controlling the temperature of boiling sugarcane water produces bioethanol. By Tuti Anggraini, Effendi, Alfian, Reza Susanti, Enrique Syokrani, Zaev. Introduction. Sugarcane has a big role in the development of agriculture in Indonesia. In the sugarcane processing industry as a raw material for products, it is a strategic subsector of plantation which is very much needed by the company-owned plantation industry with 56% of the population covering an area of 247.8 thousand hectares and the company sugarcane plantation reaching 194.9 thousand hectares. Distilled ethanol is the separation of chemically resistant material based on the difference in rate and instruction to facilitate evaporation or volatility. Ethanol is also called ethyl alcohol, pure alcohol, often used in everyday life. The quality of ethanol and the quantity of ethanol is also affected by the temperature at the time of distillation. The constant temperature of the wedding is at 298 Kelvin or 25 Celsius or 77 Fahrenheit and 293 Kelvin 20 Celsius or 68 Fahrenheit. The temperature setting use a temperature sensor and control according to the boiling point of ethanol. This automatic distillation tool uses an LCD display. The sensor system used in this study will form patterns that will be similar visually and quantitatively. Bioethanol detection uses an electronic sensor to get the ethanol content value using the e-nose. Theory basis. Number 1 is bioethanol. Ethanol is called ethyl or alcohol with the chemical formula C2H5OH, which is the name of a group of organic compounds containing the formula carbon, hydrogen, and oxygen. The general formula for alcohol is ROX. The alcohol structure is the same as water, but one of the hydrogens is replaced by an alkyl group. The alcohol functional group is the hydroxyl group OX. Alkenes are the names associated with the OX group and add the name of the alcohol. The general characteristic of ethanol is that it can mix with water in all ratios with characteristics such as colorless, liquid, odor, flammable, or specific. The use of ethanol is usually as methylated spirit, the basic material for the vinegar acid industry, as a solvent for organic and inorganic substances, esters, and acetaldehyde. Ethanol is also used as a renewable fuel and most commonly is also used for beverage mixtures and is used as. The purpose of distillation is to obtain high levels of alcohol through the manufacture of a fractionation distillation device, providing coconut shell, charcoal, and absorbent lime. The test result on the performance of the fractionation distillery show that the condensation rate until the distillate dropping stops is 3 hours. The yield obtained was about 90% with the purity level between 82% and 90%. Plants that contain sugar, starch, cellulosic plants as alternative source of energy and reduce. In the era of energy awakening two in 1990 and 66, energy development prioritize energy expansion through the presidential regulation of the Republic of Indonesia number 5 of 2006 has determined the national energy mix in 2025 with the role of oil as 52% energy and alternative energy supplying 70% of the national energy mix, including biofuels. Sugarcane plants. Sugarcane is a plant grown as a raw material for sugar and MSG. This plant can only grow in tropical climates. Sugarcane is a type of grass, and the age of the plants from planting until it can be harvested reach approximately years. In Indonesia, sugarcane is widely cultivated on the island of Java and Sumatra. In the process of making sugar products, sugarcane stalks are squeezed using a press machine. Then the sap or sugarcane juice is filtered, cooked, and bleached so that it becomes the sugar we know. From the process of making sugarcane, 5% sugar, 90% bagasse, and the rest are in the form of drops or molasses and water. This is the figure of the sugarcane plant. Dry sugarcane leaves are biomass which has a high calorific value. Rural mothers use dado as fuel for cooking to save kerosene, which is getting more expensive. In the energy conversion of sugar factories, sugarcane leaves and bagasse are used for boiled food, whose steam is used for the production process and power generation. Distillation. Distillation is an old method used to separate chemical. Separation of chemical based on volatility or difference in velocity or volatility of materials. The mixture of the substance is boiled. The mixture of the substance is boiled until it evaporates. Then the steam is boiled again in liquid form. The various steps of distillation include: number 1 is simple distillation. Simple distillation works by increasing the temperature, atmosphere pressure, or normal boiling point. The vapor pressure is outside the liquid. On the basis of the separation, namely the difference in boiling point is far away or one of its components is volatile. The mixture that has been added to a component that has a lower boiling point can be seen in the following figure. This figure is simple distillation. Number 2 is grade distillation. Grade distillation works based on difference in boiling points to separate the liquid components two or more solutions. Distillation boiling points difference of less than 20 Celsius is used for mixture and working at low pressure or atmosphere pressure. The working principle of difference heating to obtain or purify the distillate is more than the plate underneath. The stratified distillation form can be seen in the following figure. This is a figure of grade distillation. Number 3 is steam distillation. Steam distillation can vaporize compounds with temperature approaching 100 Celsius, used in mixture of compound with a boiling point of 200 Celsius or more. This distillation is under atmosphere pressure with steam or boiling water. The nature of this distillation is that it can distill a mixture of compound below the boiling point in each compound. The stratified distillation form can be seen in the following figure. This is the figure of steam distillation. Number 4 is vacuum distillation. This method is used not for low boiling solvents. Vacuum distillation is used for compounds that want unstable distillation. This method is widely used for laboratory needs. The stratified distillation form can be seen in the following figure. Research methods. System design. In the study using molasses, control using a microcontroller Arduino can be seen in the following figure. This is a diagram block. Automatic distillation tool block diagram. The way the system works is that molasses is heated in the tube and use a thermocouple type sensor. Thermocouple sensor whose temperature has been set in the programming. The type of a microcontroller used is Amiga 328, which control the boiling points in the distillation process. Result and discussion. Testing the alcohol value of 250 ml sugarcane juice using INUS, namely the MK3 gas sensor. Temperature 34 degrees. Sugarcane data is 63. The formula for alcohol content is 11.99%. This is the figure of temperature 34 degrees. Temperature 60 degrees of sugarcane data is 92. The formula for alcohol content is 17.51%. This is a figure of temperature 60 degrees. Temperature of 100 degrees sugarcane data is 150. The formula for alcohol content is 28.56%. The water used is a kind of aqua good water. The following is the measurement result of molasses on the sugar cane distiller can be seen in the table 1 and figure 9. This is a table of molasses alcohol content in percent. This is a graphic of molasses alcohol content. Based on the graph in figure 9, it can be seen that the alcohol content of molasses increases with its increases in the temperature of molasses boiling. Conclusion. The alcohol value in 250 ml of sugarcane juice using INUS, namely the MK3 and MK2 gas sensor. Number 1 is the result of MK3 alcohol content at the temperature of 100 degrees Celsius obtained to 28.56%. 60 degrees Celsius obtained 70.51%, and 43 degrees Celsius obtained 11.99%. Number 2 is the result of MK2 alcohol content at the temperature of 100 degrees Celsius are obtained 11%. 60 degrees Celsius is obtained 12%. 43 degrees Celsius obtained 10%. Number 3 is the highest alcohol content is in the MK3 measurement, which has been tested by calibration using pure alcohol.